Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban Excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product out the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X podcast.
The #1 father-son podcast on the planet.
Okay?
Okay?
Now, we actually have no stats to prove that, but we don't care about
We don't
stats.
care about that. Okay?
Right?
We proclaiming it.
You know
We
what I'm saying?
putting it out
We
there.
said it.
That's right. We might be the only father-son podcast, which by default makes us number one.
Yeah.
Hey, we ain't lying, sir.
Nobody cares about facts here.
Nobody cares about facts. Okay?
Yeah, man. So shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to the people who are listening to us right now, who join us in a crazy America, crazy world.
Oh, this is bonkers.
This is kind of ill.
This is bonkers.
This is kind of ill.
I mean, I didn't even think that this was humanly possible, and I've seen a lot.
Yeah. So yeah. Since last Thursday, which I thought last week was like, a lot.
Yeah, I thought it was,
I thought it was a lot, and then it just, over the weekend, it just hit a fever pitch, and that's where we are now.
And I'm gonna make a prediction by Thursday. It's a wrap. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that out there nice and early. Thursday, y'all gonna be like, what?
Okay.
What?
Hopefully not, man. I'm tired of it,
dude.
I feel like I speak for everybody out there listening right now. Everybody we're tired, man. We just need a break.
No.
Somehow, just a break, man.
Well, just do the research, do the inventory. AC 13 13074. Thanks, Antsy. Proof is in the pudding. You guys are #1.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Listen, we've had talks of war.
Early.
Kobe and Gigi.
Yeah.
Early.
Then
we had pandemics. We've had confirmed UFO sightings.
Yeah.
We've had parallel universes confirmed and this and that.
Murder hornets.
Now we have riots in the streets. I mean,
and it's June 1st.
And it's June 1. Dude, this is like the halftime of the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is, you can't make this up. So the alien invasion is
You think that's coming?
That's absolutely coming. Absolutely. I called it. I told y'all think I'm playing. That's coming next. They went up to space. They just sent.
Yeah.
They trying to, get these rich people off the planet when this shit pop. Y'all think that was just, we back in space. Nah, if you got the money, you can get a ticket. Niggas, we can't afford a ticket. We gonna be right here fighting this shit out with aliens.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, well.
So shout out to the people, man. How was your weekend?
My weekend was crazy. Just mainly because of what's been going on. And, I always tell people, stop watching the news, but it's on your timeline.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. The anarchy that's taking place in this country is unprecedented. Now, I've seen riots before. I've never seen nothing to this capacity. Orchestrated.
Yeah, that's what's kind of bugging me out.
Yeah, so we're going to peel back the layers on this.
That's what's kind of bugging me out.
You know what I mean? And so forth and so on. But the one thing I want to tell the people in the chat, double down on your herb game right now. Because, you know, we kind of got a little lackadaisical because we thought, all right, we beat the first round of the corona.
Yeah.
Whew. Now, you know, we chilling and they give us free. And then they hit you with this. And this will definitely compromise the immune system on a grand scale.
Yeah, if you check just the temperature, like any social media timeline, everybody's just really, really sad. It's like all around.
Right.
I get it, bro. It's a lot, man.
So with that being said, knowing and understanding what drops your stress levels and the exochromes forcing you to act other than self, you know what I mean, is these kind of environments. You know what I mean? So this could lead to that corona shit coming back. Because let's face it, if it don't come back, what are you saying?
Yeah.
If the shit don't come back,
So like they're in a real precarious position when it comes to that, because now if like we know you lying, nobody out there is social distancing.
Thank you. Call you back. Appreciate it.
What?
Kaepernick question sent earlier. Oh yeah, appreciate you. You know I don't mention his name on this show, but I got that question.
We're gonna get into that, man. But yeah, so like they'll be in a real weird position if the numbers don't spike to apocalyptic
levels.
Yeah.
Right now, I told you I'm a grandmaster at common sense. That would be weirder than weird.
Yeah.
If the numbers just flatline or they just never mention it again.
That's what is gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Like, who do you think we are?
Yeah.
You think we that slow?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Because by sheer numbers alone, this shit should reach epidemic, more than pandemic proportions.
Yeah.
Everybody should be walking out of this shit with, and people should be dropping dead. If you listen to the hype or how they line this whole thing up.
Yeah.
If everybody just go home like, yo, I got a new TV, you know what I'm saying? I got some new sneakers. I got a Prada bag.
So, but now, like I said, the winner in 2020, the overall winner, has been the news stations.
Oh,
they've been the winner.
They have made a comeback.
Oh my gosh.
The ratings is crazy.
Yes, like on all levels. The Kobe thing, the war thing.
The Kobe thing set it off.
Yeah.
They was able to rock that and then rock into the pandemic and rock into all the other issues regarding the pandemic.
Yeah.
And now, you know, with police brutality coming full circle.
Yeah, it's like,
right?
It's all around now.
It's all around now. Thank you,
King's Language.
King's Language. Appreciate
that. So let's get into it.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even start the show
We
yet.
didn't really start the show.
Yeah, let's get it started.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Okay, so after the show last Thursday, it was, I think, 24 hours, or 48. This kind of was like 48 hours after the first initial protest.
Right. Which was an isolated situation in just Minnesota.
Yes, it was
right.
People saw a black man get killed unarmed, and on video it was a protest that happened.
People think they saw a black man get killed. Okay,
we're getting into that.
Right.
They saw black men get killed on camera. They get frustrated. Obviously, protest. Right. Waiting for him to get arrested. He finally gets arrested. Right. So I'm thinking, okay, up to that point, remember I said it on the show. That point, Minnesota has handled the situation swiftly, how they were supposed to.
Right.
They probably should have arrested all four of them. Right.
Right.
And so that was the thing some people had a problem with, but true. Granted. Then this weekend, more protests happening, and then it started becoming less about the actual protest, and the attention became on the stuff that was happening within, like the breaking of property, burning cars, looting. It was the thing that happened at Target with the lady in the wheelchair. It was a bunch of stuff that just happened around it.
Yes.
And then I started getting reports that a lot of what was happening, a lot of the breaking of windows and things like that weren't the black people that were upset. It was white people with the mask on because everybody has masks on because of Corona, right?
How convenient.
How convenient.
Yeah.
And then they started noticing that it was just lone people just going off and just wilding out, and then that's just causing other people to wild out. Just agent of
provocateurs, and then the reactionists.
Yes.
Those who are reacting because they're already at a fever pitch.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
So that happened, and then more protests around the country happened in other major cities.
Simultaneously. It just started popping off.
It was like every 5 minutes I just saw another video of another city. Virginia,
right.
Atlanta, New York. Every 5 minutes.
Denver.
It was just another city. So then once this started happening and the conversation started to leave from George Floyd, it just started to become about this protest and about how these people are thugs. Trump tweeted something wild about the thugs. But then I started really just paying attention to the videos I'm seeing at these protests. Like I'm seeing white people. A cop got outed by his ex-wife.
Yes.
Right? He's not protesting. A lot of people, they're not protesting. I saw some graffitis on the walls. Black Lives Matter, Blacks Rule. Black people don't talk like that. So we know we know who's the ones that are doing these spray paints, and we know who the ones who are really causing the damage out here. So then it becomes obvious as to what's happening, right? These protests and these all this damage that are being caused, they're letting this happen. That's what's happening. They're letting this happen. And then the question becomes, why are they letting this happen? I'm seeing videos of construction sites conveniently just leaving bricks, piles.
With no construction site, just pallets of bricks.
Piles of bricks, and then people coming like it's a video game, like it's a cache of weapons. They're just reloading.
We're upset. If only we had something to throw.
Exactly.
Wow, there are a pile of bricks.
Exactly.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Yes, continue.
So that's happening right now, and then people are getting this. I'm seeing more events of cops just wilding out on civilians.
Oh, they are wilding.
And then another question dawned on me, and I want to preface this comment with saying I'm not trying to incite violence against police.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But if all of these things are happening, right? If people are just so angry, so frustrated and upset at what's going on, I'm surprised like no cop has been killed yet, or no even civilian at that point, right?
Yeah.
If cops get afraid of a black person just walking towards them and they can't control their emotion to shoot, there's somebody actually with a mask on, somebody actually coming at you. Now you're not scared enough to shoot. All of a sudden,
Malcolm,
it's just I have a lot of questions.
I'm graduating you in your level of common sense.
Yeah, it's just not making sense here.
It's not adding up.
It's not adding up. So again, they're letting this happen. Why are they letting this happen? Last week I said this is about insurance, about these businesses that have been closed because they might not be able to make them when they open. So, wow, what a coincidence! My shop is destroyed. I can collect insurance money.
Yeah.
Right. So, it's I don't know, man. I don't know. And when it comes to Corona and when it comes to this, it kind of checks all boxes as for all about conspiracy theory because it's not one thing. A lot of people think it's the 5G. A lot of people think it's the vaccines or insurance or social security. It can be all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think it is. I think it's all of that. I think it's just one of those perfect storms that kind of fit every box. And we're just in the middle playing, like we're just the players in this game. And we're playing it to perfection. I think we're in that dangerous moment where we're losing the point of the actual protest of what happened to begin with. And I think, like you said, you don't want to mention Kaepernick's name, but it's the same thing happened with the Kaepernick thing. He was kneeling for police brutality, but then the media twisted it, co-opted it, the NFL twisted it, co-opted it to the point where we all got mad to the point he doesn't have a job now. But the first problem was over here. We're over here now, but we
don't even know how we got there.
We don't even know how we got there. We're confused. We're like a dog chasing its tail. We don't know how we even got there. So, yeah, that's all I got for right now. I don't know. I don't know.
Philly Bill, thank you. Yeah, this is a psyop.
Big one.
On all levels.
Big one.
Okay, is it that was a great dissertation by Malcolm.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. He gave that up. He gave that up. Let's talk, people. I agree with everything you said. This is crazy. This is a psyop, among other things. and it's a psyop starting from George Floyd. Let's not discount who the hell is a George Floyd. All right, I'm removing the emotion out of the equation because the emotion is George Floyd. I get that. I'm not talking about that. Who is George Floyd? You know what I mean? And how did we allow this to anchor us into anarchy in the world? Right? Since when does a black man getting killed cause this much? And I'm not talking about like in Ferguson where this is regional. You know, it's mostly regional. You get people around the country who are upset. I get all of that. This is really, really weird on a whole bunch of levels. All right, starting from Steven Jackson calling him his twin.
Yeah.
As I posted on my Facebook page. And I think I put it on my Instagram as well.
Yeah.
And this happening in Minneapolis, which is the Twin Cities, during the, Gemini, which is, of course, dealing with twins. And Gemini also representing the lungs. And then he couldn't breathe. Okay, so all of that stuff struck me as just weird. You know, I'm always following coincidences to try to find, because we got to understand these people who put these co-ops together, these psyops, they're using signs and symbols that their people know. Now I'm seeing that this cop and George Floyd knew each other.
That was a plot twist. That came out Friday.
This is a plot twist that nobody is talking about. Like, what are the chances, all right, that these two gentlemen work together in the same club? You know what I mean?
And apparently the Asian cop, the one that was just is married to his sister or something like that?
His sister, the Asian cop's sister's married to this guy. So that's his brother-in-law. All right? So let's take it from there. And then when the paramedics showed up, they didn't operate like paramedics. I know how paramedics operate. They come, they secure the situation. They're very gentle in how they move in the body. They bring out some saline or a pump. You know, they get into work. These were police officers in an EMT van. You saw the bulletproof vest on them. You know what I mean? They came out and they treated the guard like a piece of meat. They just slapped his ass onto the piece and threw him in the back of the piece and pulled off. Very similar to what they did to Nipsey Hussle, yeah. Right? Watch, paramedics don't operate like that. And if anything, if you get killed, I don't care if you're a celebrity, that body got to stay there. There has to be an investigation. There has to be a number of things. And if you're saying he didn't die on the scene, we was rushing him to the hospital, well, who was rushing him to the hospital? It wasn't the paramedics. Mm-hmm. So this is weird, right? I seen that your boy is a part of some kind of porno movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's his personal life. I don't have nothing to do with that. But I did see that boule symbol on his chest, that tattoo symbol on his chest. I do know Steven Jackson's pops because I saw a 2016 post by Steven Jackson with the, Masonic apron, representing his dad. I don't know what all of this means at the moment. And since we're talking about twinning, we can even tie that shit into the Central Park piece with the white girl whose name was Amy Cooper, and she was outing or threatening a dude named Christian Cooper. So you got your Cooper and your Coopers, all of this stuff which seems arbitrary and separated. A lot of this stuff be connected, right? And that's just the tip of the iceberg of where this thing goes. So this has triggered, right, a whole bunch of stuff. Then when we see the people in the street, there's no black people.
Yeah.
No real, black people generally upset about what happened to George Floyd, but their whole movement was co-opted by those who cared two shits about George Floyd and took over the energy, rode the wave as they usually do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With black people, because they have a separate agenda to bring this country to its knees. Now, we have our own reasoning for wanting to bring this country to its knees, but we spoke about it. We're not even ready for that.
Yeah, I don't think...
Black people are not ready for civil war. You think you are, and you're not.
First of all, okay, I see a lot of tweets that's saying, if Trump wants a civil war, we can have
Dream-wise, thank you.
I don't think we're ready because the proof is right there. We could barely keep a movement to ourselves right here. There are people infiltrating protests that are supposed to be about one thing and
And
in real time. We're watching it.
And we're supposed to be wise enough to know what's going on. And if this was really about civil war or bringing about a change, the last thing you want is a goddamn TV. You see what I'm saying? The last thing you want is a goddamn Prada bag. This ain't about that.
Yeah, and again, another thing that was just kind of like like a red flag was just what people were doing. Like stealing cars off the showroom floor.
That's not, black people don't do stuff.
You get what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, that makes no sense. I saw even that before when I was hearing reports of precincts being burnt down. It's nowhere in hell.
We don't do that.
It's, especially with no follow up. Especially we have no guns to follow. I haven't seen nobody get shot.
And that's the key. So
we hearing cops are doing this. We hearing cops are burning their own stuff.
Right.
We hearing.
So that means they're getting orders from up high to bring this to its knees for whatever reason, and you niggas are gonna be in the middle of that, thinking that you're fighting for George Floyd, and this ain't got nothing. I'm gonna say it again. This has absolutely nothing to do with George Floyd. He was an activator. He activated. They used him or that situation to spark what they already had coming down the pipe. They already had this coming down the pipe because you thought you were going to get free, right? Everybody dropped their guards. Oh, they getting ready to let us out. We can go play and shit and have a cookout.
Curfew alarm just went off in New York.
Curfew alarm just went off in New York, among other cities, right? So when you thought this was, you know what I mean, over, boom, now they rocking again. You know what I mean? What do you think is going to happen during the independence months?
And remember, we were talking about the Trace Act, about
Donna Sheriff, thank you.
You know, people getting traced down and tested for the COVID, but in Minnesota, they're actually going to use the Trace program to arrest the people who are wilding in the protests.
Right. No sleep entertainment. Thank you. But that's how they activate that.
Yes.
Right? So they can activate that quickly under duress. So it's a lot of things. They're using a whole bunch of technology in Washington, D.C. They knocking out your phones and signals. They're implementing all the technology they have is in full swing of what's going on here in this country at this precise time.
Right.
So be very careful to my young brothers out there and sisters who are generally out there trying to blow off their frustration. I told you, you need to look to the left of you and to the right of you to make sure that you're in accordance with those who follow that message that you're trying to bring forth, because you can find yourself in a whole heap of trouble with individuals who are paid by Soros and them $15 an hour to come out and they have orders not to mess with the police. Actually,
I saw videos of somebody trying to pay somebody.
Yes,
I saw that on camera.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not hearsay. That's not.
We're in a time now when everyone has a camera.
Yeah.
So this is being recorded in real time, and all you need to do is go on your timeline and see where all the holes is. So the provocateurs, the paid provocateurs, they have specific orders on what they can and cannot do. So they can throw bottles and this and that, but ain't none of them can pull out the blicker and start firing.
That's just because I saw a video of Polite. He was talking the same thing, and he was saying the same thing, like, where the guns at?
Right.
Like, and people, don't get me wrong, we're living through an historic moment right now.
Yes.
Historic on all fronts, right? But that extra step was not taken. That line was not crossed yet. And that's because people, a lot of people are saying, we're fighting for change, we're fighting for all these things. These protests are not going to bring about change in a way that we think. I don't think, just personally, I don't think these changes are going to bring, these protests are going to bring about the change that actually benefit us in any way.
Two people shot in Indianapolis and Baltimore, and I'm looking into a third. Okay. Appreciate it.
Okay, cool. I mean, not cool, but I haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
But I just don't think these protests will benefit us in the right now, just the way it's happening. Not the protests, what it means, but just the way what's around it.
Listen, there's going to be no true change without bloodshed in this country. And that's just a fact. You know what I mean? And until we are ready for that aspect of it, nothing will change. Blowing off steam and wrecking cars is Flintstonian. I'm going to say it again. And I'm not knocking those who are burning off energy. It's Flintstonian compared to the methods that your government have to counteract all of that. So they're allowing you to put on a show. You in the middle of a movie. You are literally in the Truman Show. You're in the middle of a goddamn movie. And this movie is they're showing all around the world that shows that the great empire of America is falling, and ain't nothing falling in this country, because unless you targeting the White House or you targeting, buildings, and not even buildings, because racism, which is what we are basically fighting, is like a ghost. It's there.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said it's the dust in the air.
It's the dust in the air that you can't see until you turn the sun come through, right? So you can knock down as many physical buildings as you want. That's not taking down racism. Racism is a system, right? So the building just represents. So I see some brothers in Alabama and other places knocking down the statues. All of that's great. That's feel-good stuff. You know what I mean? But the system will continue to be in place because the system is up on high. All right? So this is all a farce. And I hate to say that because I know brothers and sisters don't have many ways to manifest that anger. And if you're not running up, clapping, you know, because we all the gangbangers at.
Yeah.
I don't see no gangbangers out there moving strategically, right? Because gangbangers alone moving strategically, it would really be some smoke. I see police officers setting their own cars on fire.
Yo, it's no way. Like
no way.
I'm seeing it because when I first started seeing, I can't speak for any other city, but I started seeing NYPD vans in Brooklyn. I'm like, yo, it's no way. Like NYPD do not play that. Like
they
kill that for nothing.
They'll kill you on GP, and you mean now all of a sudden, and then you got the officers who are kneeling. For the photo op, and when the cameras go off, they spraying people and wetting people
with these rubber bullets.
With rubber bullets. It's all a farce. It's all a big show, and it's a war being fought on high, a spiritual war being fought in high places. So you got to understand, when I spoke about our agreement with a lot of is going on, the universe doesn't differentiate. So we're in the middle of something that looks and appears to the universe that we're fighting for something, but orchestrating this from the top are those who continue to be in power. It's just really that simple.
It's bizarre.
It's really bizarre, but it's that simple. So unless you are literally destroying police departments where they can't function, right? And then what's going to happen then? If you start going in these residential neighborhoods with that, a lot of people gonna die.
That's the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
If y'all stay in them business areas and destroy and get you a Gucci bag or whatever,
that's the next thing. Because
you start going into these residential areas,
in some of these states that are open carry and things, and
even the non-open carry states, you start running up in people's neighborhood, and people start feeling directly threatened. It's gonna literally be a war in these streets. You know what I mean? So there's multiple layers to what we see. So there's the George Floyd, which is the activator, the psyop, which activated. Then there's the Antifa crew coming in to add fuel to that fire. Then there are the government agents who are also overseeing to bring about, and I told you this is going to be the biggest insurance scam in the history of America, right? We spoke about Social Security insurance last week. All of these businesses ain't worried about it. They're actually paying people in the crowd to burn their business down so they can get their money. And most of them won't even open back up because they don't want to have to deal with all that craziness. And then there's the government cutting checks. There's checks being cut to doctors who are prescribing COVID patients and putting them on. There's money, there's checks being handed out, like you said, to the old folks' homes. Everybody getting their hand greased. And you're the last one thinking that this is about racism or you're going to be able to stop racism, right? And I'm sorry, that's just not the way it works in this country. I've seen enough to know you knocking down a building is only going to make you feel good. You grabbing a TV, That really makes no sense to me. And I'm not talking about, oh, y'all shouldn't be looting because America been looting. Shit, yesterday was the 99th anniversary
of
Black Wall Street.
Yes.
So we understand the synchronicity of the times that we are in and things of that nature. That's not what I'm speaking about. Real revolution ain't got nothing to do with you trying to get a goddamn TV. It's all in or all out.
And that's that point I think you made right just now is what's important when people are getting mad at these celebrities for not saying anything. Right. So we talked about last week. Activism, true activism, is lonely. Right. So when we talk about that, when you're getting mad at some of your favorite artists or your favorite athletes for not saying anything, it's because they literally can't say anything.
They can't.
They cannot say anything. Their livelihood depends on them not saying a word or making very broad and very thinly veiled statements.
They can make the generic statements, so they don't seem like they don't have a set of nuts at all. Right. But we know and understand,
and it behooves them to say something. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because there's people that are who are not saying anything, and then they're getting trashed publicly. Like these businesses. So now they're businesses who are known for what they stand for. We know what they stand for. The NFL. We know what the NFL stands for, how they feel about these things.
Right.
But they were even pressured to even come out and
everybody got to make a statement.
Make a statement. But you know, it's wild. It's just, again, like you said.
Thank you for everybody.
Oh, who's donating?
I'm sorry.
Again, look at all these people who are now just coming out their holes making statements. Even Michael Jordan said something, right? Since when?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Since when?
I peeped that. He left a long statement too.
And it's just like, it took George Floyd to, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to minimize his death, but I'm saying
that's not what I meant when I said who the fuck is George Floyd. I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Right? Like, is he the culmination of everything else that has happened?
That could be true.
Because I said this just last week.
Yeah.
One of these people who die is not going to be a hashtag. I don't think this is it.
I told you I don't think this is at the start of this, because nothing has, no real warfare has.
Right, this is all a show.
This is
people out there throwing bottles and getting sprayed. You know what that is? That's a goddamn show. It's all in or all out. Now back to these celebrities.
Oh yeah, bro.
Now we understand they can't say nothing.
Yeah.
It's impossible. When celebrities are willing to risk it all, that's when you know the change is about. When real celebrities go, I don't care about this money. I care about, and they all have to do it in concert.
Yeah.
But as long as I got 10 million, I'm really for the people, but my lifestyle is. As long as there's that hesitation there, you're always going to have the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
And the people at the bottom fighting just to get a piece of the pie. Absolutely.
There's also a lot of people clout chasing as well, bro. I'm seeing the most staged photos being taken at these protests. I'm seeing and the longest drawn out caption. Like I said, true activism. That's not. You're not on the front line. Like you could be, taking a picture in front of a cop. It's nasty.
It's embarrassing.
Bro. You want to talk about Killer Mike and T.I.?
Yeah, let's talk Killer Mike and T.I.
Bro. So what Killer Mike said, I get what Killer Mike was trying to say. I get it. When it comes to the, let's not destroy our community. But again, which one is how is this really our community? So it comes across like him. Just trying to protect his own businesses. So, at a certain point. So I get it, and then again I have to kind of just.
He had a dope shirt on though. It said "Killing my masters" or "Kill your masters" at that press conference.
Yes.
So I'm always looking for the subtlety in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So while he was crying and pleading for you, his shirt either said "Kill your masters" or something to that effect. Yeah. And I thought that was really dope. But go ahead.
Then T.I. went up and talked, and then he said, you talking about, can't destroy Atlanta. This is Wakanda. And I did the ultimate face, come on, bro.
He didn't call this Wakanda.
It gets embarrassing. You ever have just secondhand embarrassment? God damn, why do we have to be the ones that look like we don't take nothing serious? You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Wakanda. Then I saw people in Jersey electric sliding.
And
come on,
like
man.
in the middle of a revolution. I thought it was a damn Michael Jackson video. That's what it looked like, Thriller. Like everybody in the street in unison fucking dancing. Right? I saw the dudes doing the crunk at the police.
Yeah.
That's not revolutionary.
Yeah.
That's not war. That's not warfare.
At all.
Right? So it is a show being put on by, fucking knuckle draggers. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And we got to be more strategic in how we lay this out and how we operate and move. You'll know, brothers and sisters in my chat, you'll know when it's on and popping. You'll just have a sense of, I need to load up because this is on and popping. This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is not that moment. Mm-mm. This is not that moment. Don't get caught into it.
Right now, you're getting caught up into, again, the media making it something else.
Right.
You're seeing a lot of black media, a lot of just turning it again. In one instance, they're saying fight back, but then in other instances, they're talking like we're the
they're
victims.
Doing that double talk.
Yeah, they're talking like we're the victims. You know what I'm saying? Which one is it?
You should protest, and then they double talk.
What do you expect from us? You're just killing us. Which one is it?
Which one is it?
Is it Uchiwali or is it one mic?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, and then I saw Beyonce make a statement.
Yeah, she looked bugged.
She did. I
didn't like that.
It actually disturbed me, because she was like,
she was like in a trance.
The people of Minnesota.
Yeah.
We want to be with you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's your emotion? Where's that fire in a sister, free world boss?
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Where's that fire?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you speaking off script, when you just like, look, you know what I'm saying? We got to get it together. It was so scripted and so
just non-emotional.
Yeah. It just was the weirdest thing I had seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, what's up with this girl, yo? You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on with Beyonce. That just looked a little weird to me. Who else was out there acting crazy? LL Cool J did a freestyle.
Yeah.
But he also did a song a few years back with one of them racist dudes. I forget he had the Confederate flag. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So I felt his rhyme and what he was trying to do. And I got to stop the press. Your man, Nick Cannon.
He spazzed.
He got off.
Yeah, he spazzed.
On I still can't breathe or I can't breathe again.
Yeah, he spazzed.
He got off. You know what I mean? I felt his passion and his pain. Not talking about his bars. And even his bars, because it was more of a spoken word thing, I thought were in tune. LeBron is doing what LeBron does.
Yeah.
Very generic with his statements. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Jay-Z said something.
Yo, Dante, thank you. Appreciate you, King. Out and be more.
Jay-Z said something.
Oh, Jay-Z said something.
Oh, thank you, Dante. Yes, thank you.
What did Jay-Z say?
Well, I didn't read it. I'm not gonna.
One of them statements that he makes?
Yeah, it was one of those. But apparently, he called the mayor of Minnesota directly and told him, we demand justice.
Or what?
I don't know.
Or what?
Yeah.
Man, justice. Or we gonna do rap songs. Like what the fuck is that?
Well, it just came out today with an independent autopsy was done on George Floyd, and it said he did indeed die of asphyxiation. What we saw,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Because remember,
what we appear to see,
right? Because the initial thing came out. It said that he had underlying conditions, like he had a heart attack that caused that.
Yeah, if I had heart conditions and you stepped on my chest for 9 minutes straight on my throat, I could see my heart giving out.
Because again, I thought that was gonna be the breaking point. I'm like, you're telling people they're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was an insult to people's general intelligence.
Facts.
And isn't that a world-renowned forensics guy or
medical examiner? I didn't know. He got to be sued to.
Yeah, I believe I've seen his picture before.
Because he must be in somebody's pocket. If you're gonna come out with a straight face and say that he didn't die from.
Yes.
And then we have to get an independent autopsy done. And then they also said that the knees to the back, like the pressure on his back. So then other cops got to get charged as well.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So again,
with your man calling his moms, and you know what I mean. Yeah. So this became really, really weird. Because then you have the ma and you have the son, which brings me back to the Mason shit. You know what I mean? All in real time. I don't want people to blow over that you're in the middle of something that is being activated to bring about a result. These people who we're dealing with are not stupid.
Right.
Please don't think that they're not, these people are very smart and know how to manipulate, because we didn't, Aubrey, this shit happened, a month ago. This shit was a month before, and it didn't spark this. Yeah. Right? Some people was out there, in front of the dude's house, and that was maybe not as gruesome, but you saw him get shot. Yeah. He was running for his life. That didn't spark it. Breonna Taylor. So
it brings the question, like, why this one? Like,
that's what I'm asking.
And not even the people in Minnesota. Like, I get that. That's your city. I get that.
Right. That's a regional thing.
Right.
Yes.
But then all around the country, like, you're burning cars. Like,
you saw Aubrey.
Like in New York, a few years ago, we saw
your man
get choked out. Right.
Get choked out.
I don't know why I'm blanking out his name.
Yeah, the people in the
Arizona. The people we seen him get choked out right here, but none of this happened.
And like I said, Aubrey was running for his life. Hillbillies, not even police officers, ex-police officers, whatever, fucking, pilgrims ran him down and shot and killed him.
So was this just?
And that tape didn't come out. Until they wanted it to come out. So maybe all of this is connected. So you see that. You see Breonna Taylor. You see your man Sean Reed. And then maybe this one. All in succession. Coming down after the COVID, and people are already having anxiety from being in their house. So maybe the George Floyd piece was the final straw to go, you know what? All right, we got to set this off. And in setting it off, we continue to set it off. The only way we know, tell Black Dot Mayweather is paying.
Yes, he said
George's funeral. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he said he would cover the expenses.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Absolutely great. And I'm pretty sure Steven Jackson, will be involved with that as well. They're trying to turn him into an activist now. We'll talk about that in a few. Okay. So you understand maybe that this was the culmination of things to come. But I'm back on this COVID shit. Where did it go? Yeah. When was the last time they mentioned it? Yeah. Right? And this is supposed to be the way they were acting, like, yo, y'all got to go outside 2 at a time. And then somebody else brought something to my attention. This whole 6 feet distance and shit has maybe to do with automation, because these vehicles that they're about to hit the streets with are going to be 6 feet apart or 8 feet apart. And maybe they're just trying to program you to understand how that works. Back to the 5G. So all of this stuff is happening to us in real time. Whoa. And we're dropping it because we're in our emotions. People out there in the Urban X Nation, I'm always telling y'all, it's important to have your emotional moment, but do not try to make moves when you're emotional, because you're going to blow it. Trust me, you're going to blow it.
Yeah, it's easy to miss right now.
So sometimes I get accused of being too Spock-like. That's not the case. I feel for my people. I feel for our pain. I feel for our struggle. I feel for everything we go through, but I'm always processing the information differently, because if I get into my emotions, I'm out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Running around, not knowing where I'm going, and being spray paint like as a victim. Because remember, every time you see somebody falling out, that's victim consciousness. You know what I'm saying? In the grand scheme of things, sure, you see us throwing a bottle, but then what are they showing? Spray, pushing us around. Police cars mowing people down.
Bro.
Right? And so...
I think the mayor defended that today.
Did he?
Blasio said,
Well, his daughter...
His daughter got arrested.
Arrested.
Well, there's a beef between him and the police union here.
Okay. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, there's always been a beef between those two. So... they were just like, yo, how can he protect anybody? His daughter is one of the people who's out there throwing stuff, like causing trouble.
but she has a right. Facts. I don't know if she was out there throwing stuff, but she has a right as a young person. See, again, young people who don't have the military mindsets, right, to understand what this war is really all about, they're going to take to the street. So I'm not knocking them per se, right? I get that. But I'm trying to tell them to just be aware of the people who are latching onto their energy. Yeah. The ones who are using their energy to further their own cause. Again, like stepping on the backs of black people to get what you want, which has happened in the 50s and 60s,
everything.
and feminism.
Everything.
It's the same thing. They wait for the uprising to take place. They wait for black people to hit the street pissed, and then they ride that coattail to get what they want. And guess who's gonna get left holding the bag? Black people.
And also be wary of these organizations.
Philip Land, thank you so much.
And Wade, Luda Wade, thank you. And Dante, thank you. Be aware of these companies, these people, these like influencers who use the term people of color.
Right.
They're not talking about you.
They're not talking about you.
They're not talking about you.
They're definitely not talking
You know what I'm saying?
you.
And that's a real just clever way to just latch on to.
It's all in the language.
Because I'm like, I don't call myself colored. Like, do you call
colored sounds so 50.
Yeah, just like what? You know what I'm saying? So
colored only. That water fountain's for colored people only.
Yeah.
But young people, again, with this social media stuff, everything is an event for them. So this may be a lot about getting out to say, well, I was involved. And then they go home and they blow off that steam. Until we start seeing, like I said, and I'm not going to say it on the YouTube, on the podcast, blatantly, but you'll know when it's on and on, you'll know. And then you and I will be forced to have to make a decision because there's not going to be any middle ground for that. It's going to be, my spirit is telling me this is on. You know what I mean? And if we want to seize something, now we have to seize it. I don't feel that.
Yeah, I think you're going to see it if like these social media sites go dark. Like that,
that's going to be next.
It would have to be something like that. You get what I'm saying? If it's really war on their part, they're not going to want us communicating with each other. Of course.
That's
warfare.
And that's when you'll know, when they turn these lights out, that's when you start knowing.
That's warfare.
Okay, this has moved to phase whatever in their plans, and now you are forced to take to the streets. You know what I'm saying? My brothers and sisters, you're going to have to get you some weapons.
Legally, of course. That's what we're promoting.
I don't give a fuck about it. You're going to have to get you some weapons.
Yeah.
All right? And I'm not promoting violence on this show. I'm simply just, listen, this is real talk. Can we have real talk?
Facts.
All right, you're going to have to get you something. You're going to have to get you something to hold you down and hold your babies down in this day and time. Right? Because this is not the moment, but how many more tests and, how many more drills do you need to see before you go, damn, I can't get caught? And you need to have a couple of backpacks with some food and some supplies in it. All right? All of us, you know what I'm saying, need to have, because you never know when you got to start moving.
Yeah.
Right? We high on the hog and comfortable, a lot of us, and this is about to get uncomfortable. The only way change is going to come in this country is it's going to force us to get uncomfortable. Right? Once we continue to do the things that we're comfortable with, then no change really come. We become stasis. We staying in the same spot. If you say you want freedom, justice, and equality in this country, I don't know how else we gonna get it.
Facts.
And I'm hearing George Zimmerman is in police custody. He was in a club in Atlanta, and they arrested him for DUI.
Wow.
Right? So. Yeah. Without me saying it,
I'm like, he shouldn't.
How is this even possible, Atlanta?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How, Sway? And how do y'all not know what time he's getting out when he makes bail?
If it's that time.
If it's that time.
If y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like,
listen,
I keep hearing that it's that time, but
everybody should be on the list. Like, yo, we didn't forget about Doja Cat. We get back to you in a minute. I heard some people tweet that. Yo, Doja, we gonna get back at you in a minute. Your man Zimmerman been walking around here like it's all, he in a club in Atlanta and in the middle of a riot, like in the middle of the get down. It's disrespectful, but yet we out here on some revolutionary-ish, right? So brothers and sisters, my whole piece is pay attention, stay aware, get on your spiritual game, all right? Understand that we are connected, you know what I'm saying, to our ancestors who are ready, but let's not get forced into something that you think is your movement and is somebody else's movement.
Agenda.
And somebody else's agenda, and you get left out there, and they go back to Idaho or wherever the hell they from and continue to live their lives like everything is gravy. And you know the reason the police ain't killing nobody is because there's white people out there rioting.
Yeah. Facts.
White people get up in their face, spitting their eye, and all of that.
Just a month ago, they were out there fighting with guns. Because they were just trying to get haircuts. You get haircuts,
and the police officers act like they ain't see them.
But they'll punch you in the face.
They will punch you in the face, right? So no one understand. You're not hearing a great body count. You know, you're seeing some things happen across the country, but not in great numbers because these is white people. Point blank. How else can I explain it?
And also, the clubs in Atlanta are closed.
Huh?
The clubs in Atlanta are closed.
So how was he in some club on DW? They got him on DWI charges.
Oh.
No, Atlanta has opened back up.
Did they?
Yeah, Atlanta opened up last month.
Clubs?
Atlanta opened up last month. Somebody in Atlanta, tell me if I'm wrong. Zimmerman is in Wakanda. Yeah, in Wakanda, exactly. What's he doing in Wakanda? Yeah, you know, so this is a white privilege thing. Some people even said Batman, the reason he shows his face is because he wants you to know he's white.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's funny, but when you think about it, be like, yeah, oh, he's white.
That's a good one.
People think they feel the revolutionary spirit. They got us tricked, wasting our energy. Right, energy. Right? Patent energy. This is about energy. An exhaustion of energy, right?
Yeah.
And then your immune system drop, and then they hit you with phase 2. Because don't think the vaccine stuff is going away.
Yeah.
Well, don't think the trace tracking is going away.
Yeah.
Right? It's one or two things. Either they're going to bring it back double to say, look at the numbers have spiked, and now we have to hit you with the vaccine, or it's going to vanish altogether, which means it didn't exist in the first place.
If that happens, my lord.
If that happens,
my lord.
What are y'all going to tell me?
Yeah.
Right? So they are forced to make this shit into a COVID thing once again, in my humble opinion.
They have to.
They have to. This is checks.
Yeah.
This is chess. Y'all boxed into a corner.
Yeah.
Because if y'all don't, I'm going to be sitting there like, wait a minute. So all of these people in the world are coagulating with each other, doing all of this. Fuck the fact that they got a mask off. That mask don't protect you from nothing.
Yeah.
And the shit don't spike.
Very good point. But we're going to go to commercial break.
Yeah, let's take a commercial break. I think that was a good first half.
Yeah, we gave you a lot of heat just now.
Yeah, a little bit of heat. Something to digest.
We'll be back.
What makes a great t-shirt? Is it fashion, fit, comfort? Is it what's printed on the front of the shirt? Whether it's a humorous message, political, or a social statement made to bring awareness to a noble cause? At Urban X TV, we believe that all of those things make a great t-shirt and then some. So we wanted to create a t-shirt line that was a little bolder, a little bit more challenging, one that stepped out of the boundaries. So we decided to introduce to you our Not So Subtle tees. It's one that speaks to the sentiments of what's going on in our environment today. It's one that will spark conversation. So log on to urbanx.nyc to pick up your Not So Subtle tees today, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel. We thank you for your support. Peace.
And we're back.
And we are back.
Peace to the people. Shout out to everybody in the chat with us.
Yeah, the chat looking good. The likes ain't looking too good, but the chat is up to
it's a little
1,600. We got
skimp.
like 400 likes. That's like 25%.
It's a little skimp.
Let's at least get up to 50%. Come on now.
It's a little skimp.
Get us up to 50%. You know, we gave y'all a good first hour or something in there. Give us at least half the likes.
Okay, hold on. My bad.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Some station identification.
Yes.
All right, so away from the protests and stuff like that, another piece of interesting news. So Gabrielle Union posted a birthday shout out to Dwayne Wade's
child.
Yeah,
We'll just call him a child.
Dwayne Wade's child, and author/actor Hill Harper responded under in the comments. He said, "Happy birthday, young man."
Young man.
You know what I'm saying? He said, I wrote a book called Letters to a Young Brother in which your mom, not Gabrielle Union, their mom, wrote you a letter. I think you should read it.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like,
That was smoke.
Oh.
That's smoke.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, young man.
Yeah.
I wrote a book called
Letters to a Young Brother.
Letters to a Young
Very
Brother.
Good book. Very good book.
In which your mother,
Yeah.
not Gabrielle,
Yeah.
your mother wrote a letter to you.
Yeah.
I think you should read it. We have a bomb?
Drop that. Drop that.
Bomb.
Yeah, I was, and then people upset. They said his statements were advocating violence because he misgendered her. His statements were violent. I can't believe he said this.
Yeah, niggas is goofy.
Yeah, it was gangster.
That was gangster.
That was
Absolutely.
and it was so shocking because he doesn't come across like the
the one who would say something like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was gangster. I heard he apologized since then.
Yeah, of course he did. He's on a show. He has a network television
See,
job.
this is what I mean.
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
start thinking about your money,
Exactly.
as opposed to the principles that which you're supposed to stand on.
Exactly.
Right? So they put pressure on him. He's probably a part of the boule, low level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? He's a part of that boule crowd, and somebody leaned on him and said, you can't say that.
I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked he even got out there like that. Like, what the hell? Okay.
Well,
I
you know what?
respect
Because that's the way he actually felt.
And I wonder when he did. Like, was he drinking? Like, was he just, you know what?
Let me get this off.
Young man.
He
was like capitalizing, man.
Yeah. That's a little extra.
Ooh.
That's something Black Dot would say.
But even mentioning that his mom wrote a letter in the book.
But see, that was the
Yeah.
Like, it's not just me.
Yeah.
This is coming from your mother.
Yeah.
You know, your mother. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
I wrote a book called Letters to a Young Brother.
And your mother, who the media just tries to bury.
Who tries to bury like she's out of her mind.
Yeah.
She wrote something to you. So this is Back to the Future. This is reconnect with who you are.
Yeah.
This is letting you know if you decide to change your mind. Did they cut his binky off?
And I don't think no.
Oh, they didn't cut his binky off.
think
All right.
they did.
So as long as his binky ain't cut off, this might be a phase, but you got to look at the ones who promoting that agenda. And I can't even say it's an agenda. And it's so a part of the fabric and culture in Hollywood that it's like normal, right? Remember we talked about natural and normal, right? It's not natural, but it has become normal. It is the new norm, which is an oxymoron.
Everybody keeps talking about that.
Right? New and normal,
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense. But this is like the new norm.
But they're trying to make everything the new norm now. Like it's weird.
But that's the way reality moves with your acceptance.
Yeah.
I told you this is all about an agreement. So when we don't say no, we say yes. So we just agree to all of this craziness. And again, they're looking to get rid of the old school analog thinkers, right? And they just wiped out the old folks' home.
Oh yeah.
That's the start.
Yeah.
They're working backwards,
Yeah.
right? Because the new generation has a tendency to be more, everything is everything,
Yeah.
unless you instill it in them. So they just have to get rid of the last of the analog thinkers, the analog movers, you know what I'm saying? So they can pretty much put everybody on a digital timeline,
Yeah.
and then they can move forward with artificial intelligence, with all of this stuff that's automated, half real, half not, and they can move forward with it. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
But I'm straight analog.
So shout out to Hill Harper.
Happy birthday, young man. Okay, you need to read that book by Hill Harper,
It's a really good book.
in which your mom sent a letter to you, young man. Yeah.
Really good book.
Straight up.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So we got humans in space again.
Humans are in space again. Clap that up. I was in space last week. I smoked a joint. Oh, I was way out there.
What do you think about that? The timing.
The timing.
Even with Elon Musk, because he's trying to get people to merge with machines.
Right. So it's all the timing. They leaving the planet during chaos.
Yeah.
Right? When you think that's just, why didn't they go last week?
Well, they said it was weather.
Ah, you fell for that shit. Weather. These motherfuckers fly up. Ain't no weather in space. Fucking weather in space. right? Y'all fell for that shit. Oh, we got it. No, it's not time to go yet. It's raining and shit. Y'all got a multi-billion-dollar machine that can't pierce through a few fucking clouds. I ain't buying that shit, right? And then now, in the middle of all of this shit, some rich niggas got on the spaceship. We out of here.
Well, those are actual astronauts.
Were they?
I think so. Yeah.
They didn't tell you about the regular people on there, right?
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Probably not, right?
Yeah.
The millionaires, billionaires who going up to see what it's gonna look like while they down here fucking up the earth.
Yeah.
They up there sipping motherfucking martinis and shit. Niggas down on earth fighting it out and shit.
You know,
it's so bad. Aliens is like, yo, the new episode of Earth is fire.
You know, I had to convince my mother that humans never went to the moon.
Oh, was it tough to convince her?
No, it wasn't. It was mad. It was like the way I just like broke it down. I was just like,
you used the mastery of common sense.
Yeah.
I think we should start a online course
called Common Sense.
Called Common Sense.
Okay.
Just like all of the basic shit, like just move it along slowly and get people back to not get people up to common sense.
Yeah, I was like, because we've never went back, and she was like, "What you mean?" I was like, "Yeah, they say we just lost the formula to get there in 1960.
Right.
It's 2020. We haven't been back."
Yeah.
And she was just like, "Wait, you serious?" I was like, "Look it up." And she looked it up, and she was just like, "Oh, we never went to the moon." I was like,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if we did, whatever.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yeah, what happened to Fauci?
Oh, bro, he was. They interviewed him recently, and they said he doesn't have meetings with Trump anymore. Like he just kind of disappeared too.
They moving all of this. It's like he's written out the script.
Yeah, remember every day it was him.
Every day
it was him, and then it was something new with the virus, and now the virus, they found out it doesn't stay long on surfaces, so we were kind of scared about that. And now I've seen studies and saying like we're actually better off outside because it's fresh air.
Who said that?
I forgot what study that was.
I think I said that.
No, you said that too. Yeah.
That like if you telling me I can't go out and breathe fresh air, the world is over.
Yeah.
Right? So why are you outside with a mask on? Right? Now, if you in a closed quarter and you still nervous about whatever, okay, have your mask in your pocket. All right, I'm going into Target.
That's what it's like. Masks gonna become like a permanent fixture to our outside attire.
And I refuse to sell them because people asked us online why
yeah.
I don't want to promote fear. I don't want to be here promoting fear and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do it. And there was some money in it. You know what I mean? Like a company even called us like, yo, I might do it for them because that ain't none of my business. Y'all cut the check, I'll send it, but I'm not gonna sell them on my site.
Yeah.
Like fear, you know what I mean? So yeah, but Fauci has disappeared. Your man Trump denounced
the World Health Organization.
The World Health Organization.
He said he's terminating relationships with them, which again, in the midst of all of this,
that's bizarre.
In the midst of all of this, we're missing key moments.
Yes,
that is huge.
That is huge
because if we think about all the different companies and different avenues that the World Health Organization is
connected to. So are you also cutting off Bill Gates?
Right. You get what I'm saying?
Which in turn you cutting off Fauci because all of that stuff is connected.
Right. You get what I'm saying? Like just stuff like we're just missing.
Yeah.
We're missing.
Yeah, because right now our attention is on George Floyd.
Yes.
Or what appears to be George Floyd.
No, it's not even on. It's just on the protest. It's just on. That's what it's focusing on. Like we're missing the point.
Like we can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So we can't multitask and understand a number of things happening at one time. And they bank on that.
Yeah.
They just move the camera. It's almost like they just changed the scene and now we're dealing with this.
Because right now, what I think is going to happen, because remember, they originally charged the cop who killed George Floyd with third-degree murder. Which
didn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense, right? But
that's accidental.
Yes. So now it's saying homicide by asphyxiation.
And they saying that a new prosecutor or somebody else took over the case.
Right. So we'll see. If they don't recharge him, I think that's, again, cause for something else to happen
This is premeditated murder if they knew each other.
Oh yeah, I ain't thinking about that. Yeah, facts.
Right? Mm-hmm. They knew each other. Was this over? And then what was he arrested for? Fake money.
Yeah. And
what if them niggas is running some kind of laundering ring?
And
he decided he didn't want to be a part of it no more. This is weird. Usually you don't see. Usually the encounter between a white officer and a black civilian is a chance encounter.
Yeah.
This was not a chance encounter.
What did it? Yeah, facts.
Right?
Yeah.
What are the chances of this being a chance encounter?
Yeah.
Again, I'm only using common sense here, right? Mm-hmm. So that means when he put his foot on his knee and his neck for 9 minutes, that was purposely done.
What? Yeah, facts.
Right?
We said that. I said it just looked like it was just like I'm trying to.
He's already handcuffed. They was beating him up in the car.
Oh, I saw that footage too.
You saw that footage, right? So they're already beating him up in the car when he didn't resist any kind of arrest, right? So this is getting weirder by the minute. What was he doing out in front of the store? Was he just waiting for them to come?
I don't know.
What was that about?
And also the original, I don't know if I might be throwing my show down on this one, but the original mugshot of the cop didn't look like the cop that was on.
It did not.
That was I was just like,
and I put it up on my Facebook, but I didn't want to really throw my shoulder out because I thought maybe it might have been an earlier picture or something. It just looked different.
Yeah.
Side note, I saw the angle of the police officers kneeling on him from across the street. Now this is gonna get weird, right? Mm-hmm. From the other side, and I didn't see the black girl or anybody else who was standing out there who had filmed it.
Oh, okay.
The reverse angle.
Oh,
I did not see that.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
All right, check it out. It's somebody's out there has it.
I have to check.
So
that out.
So they showed the cross the street angle, and I did not see. I think this girl is a crisis actor.
Oh,
the girl who's crying, saying people are mad at her, because she filmed it. What was I supposed to do? Something ain't right.
Oh, I gotta check that out now.
Something ain't right. All right. So check it all out. What did you see the number on the garbage can?
No.
666. Yo, this is getting weird, bro.
Oh.
Did you see the bus going by?
Yes.
What did it say?
What did it say?
It said, "You are witnessing or eyewitness or can you see?"
I gotta check that again.
All of that within that little clip of them, the police officers. Yeah. Who was supposed to be EMT throwing his body on a slab.
I gotta check that out again.
Watch all that shit moving, bro. Bro, this shit is weird.
Ooh.
This shit is weird by the minute. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, what about you showed me these new television stations going dark for 9 minutes or
Nickelodeon went dark for 8 minutes and 46 seconds to represent the goddamn life of George Floyd. This is Nickelodeon TV. All right? And they were leaving messages like, everyone should have peace. We believe in your right to do this. And even another channel had I Can't Breathe, and there was something breathe.
It was like a woman. It was like a simulating like a woman breathing in and out.
So everybody is in on this? Everybody? Now, you already know all the CEOs from all the major companies already bailed.
Yes.
So in place of them is who? People who are probably with the shit, with the program.
Yeah.
So all of this shit is being orchestrated in real time. They're going to be paid and taken care of. All these companies. Yeah, so Nickelodeon, a fucking cartoon channel for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, which I guess is probably some numeric Masonic number dealing with that as well. You know what I mean? So all of these things are going on in real time.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
And like I don't even want to pull my shoulder. By Thursday, I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna need a paramedic because I'm not finished. You know what I'm seeing. I gotta watch it 30 and 40 times just to kind of get a sense of if it's a natural movement. If all of this stuff is natural, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuff like that, along with the crisis actors, the provocateurs, the police who are throwing up gang signs, the white power symbols, You know what I mean? And
What
this and that.
about the kids in uniform?
And the little kids in
hell is
uniform.
that?
What the hell is going on with that? All right, where the hell are these little kids from? And why they not out there? I'll whip your little ass. Care what kind of gun you got.
I was just like,
So, ladies and gentlemen, whoa.
all right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
In other news, former BET founder Robert Johnson calls for $14 trillion in reparations for slavery.
I'm talking about. Give me that bread. And don't tell me y'all ain't got the money, because y'all just gave up a couple trillion.
Yeah.
And the timing of this, why would he do this now?
Well, I guess the hot topic issue, the hot button issue is racial inequality. So I guess.
Right, no, that's what I mean. So he chose the perfect time to throw this into the mix.
To really spotlight the conversation.
Spotlight the conversation. You know what I mean? He's talking about equality. You know, what's keeping black people back, the original people back, is the inability to have an equal opportunity to live our lives without being under duress. Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yeah.
Right? So because if everybody has an equal opportunity, then we would have a better chance to have a better life in this country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So police officers, if you know the history, they were really about property protection. You know what I mean? And then you became being the property. They slave catchers and overseer, officer, as Karras once so eloquently, you know what I'm saying, broke down. So this whole thing about police officers is just to beat you up and mess with you, has nothing to do with anything else. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but tying this back into Bob Johnson, I'm not even sure 14 trillion is enough. But what's my cut? Let me. How they break that down?
Yeah, dude, you asking the wrong person.
Show me what my math.
You asking.
It's gonna be
the wrong person. I have no idea.
Pay off my car. You know what I'm saying, mortgage, and still have a little bit left.
Yeah.
Got my grandson coming to put a college fund. Yeah. Put me in.
I have no idea how that's about to work.
Yeah. So, but I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yes.
So for him to pop out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And be spearheading this. Interesting.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I heard this piece of news very early in the weekend, and it really confused me. So there was a report that came out that said in India, a group of monkeys attacked a lab technician on the campus of a medical school and ran away with blood samples of 3 patients infected with COVID-19, with coronavirus, and they got away.
Okay. So
I'm just like I
shit,
feel like,
David. Thank you. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let me run this through my head movies.
Go ahead.
Because you know I'm a little slow.
Go ahead.
Some monkeys.
Yes.
In a lab.
Yeah.
Got together, strong. Together, monkey, strong monkey. Right? They did this. And they beat up a lab technician.
Yeah.
And they ran off.
Yeah.
With 3 vials.
Yeah.
Of infected corona.
Yes.
That's some gangster shit. When does that movie come out?
I feel like
Steven Spielberg?
No, I saw I think in 2014. Caesar, you know.
Okay, but so this is like the remake or
Planet of the Apes. Like I remember seeing a movie of highly intelligent apes that stormed a research facility.
Yes.
With a disease that was highly contagious.
Do
to
the
humans.
knowledge, peace, King.
Humans.
Happy birthday, King. King, my man, do the knowledge. I'm on rocking with you tomorrow for your birthday. Born Allah. Yeah.
I feel like I saw that movie somewhere.
You can't make this shit up.
I was like, what?
So let's take inventory all again. World War III talks.
Yeah.
Kobe and Gigi.
Yes.
Coronavirus.
Yep.
Killer hornets.
Facts.
Confirmed UFO sightings. Mm-hmm. Parallel universes.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
Riots in the street.
Yep.
And now monkeys in the lab taking vials and gonna spread it to the world. Or what if they spread it to the animal kingdom? And inside of the corona shit is some shit that turned them human. Oh shit.
That's your movie script?
That's the movie script.
That's the movie script? Okay.
Then monkeys just walking on the street like, yo, what's good, y'all?
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't make this shit up.
Bro, I was even like flabbergasted that they really reported that. I was like, for real?
Yeah, you can't make this shit up. See, this is the world we live in. The truth is stranger than fiction.
Sure is.
And this is really turning into something really bonkers.
Sure is.
This is real. Okay, we got 1,700 people in the chat, which is great, but we only got 730 likes. Swipe your feet on the map when you come through. And
also get your questions ready because we're about to answer.
Yeah, get your questions up and ready. How many more stories we got? We got anything else going on?
Not really. Just the protest has been like the real biggest story. Antifa. Whoa. Oh, another thing. Trump said that they're gonna designate the Antifa organization as a terrorist organization.
Wow, that's gonna be big.
That's important.
That's very important.
That's very important. Because again, we said like what we're seeing, all the people who are out there wilding, stealing cars out the showroom, stealing surfboards out of Pagoda, like all these things
right
are not black people who are angry at the original issue.
Thank you, Miss Parker Lynn. Now I didn't see the Kobe autopsy leaked. I don't and my guts ain't good.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't like
so by labeling them a terrorist group.
That's important.
Okay.
So again, wars on different levels, because if we believe that Antifa is funded by Soros
and his crew,
and that Trump labels them as a terrorist organization, that is a fight up here at that point.
Yes. You know
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, that's nothing to really do. I mean, it has to do with us.
And
but
Trump gave a minute and 21 second speech today.
A minute and 20, for real?
Yeah, that was a minute and 21 seconds.
That was it?
That was it.
And all he said was,
he said, y'all fucking up, and I'm coming through with the army. That's basically what he said.
Oh.
He was like, yo, I gave all the governors a chance to get it together. He said, if you don't get it together, I'm rolling through with the army. Or, you know what I'm saying, National Guard or whatever, military. Sabrina Gilbert, thank you so much. And we're going to clean that up.
So what is the response from us should be as people, as black people?
In terms of his statement?
Yeah.
Get off the streets.
That's okay.
This is not your war.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Clear out. See, now you can get smart and be like, yeah, and just start walking backwards. You know what I'm saying? Let them white people run up in front. Yeah,
okay.
And let their asses get walked.
That's what I was about
That's when you got to start getting smart on their ass. All right?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, walk your ass backwards.
Because, like, at that point, it's just like, all right, you have nothing. I don't think at this point anything left to prove. If anything, wait until this goes to trial.
Right.
If it gets a result that we don't like, then.
Which is usually, but like I said, when you think about, see, we got to think about this in pieces.
Okay.
Right? So you've been in the house for 3 months.
And the cops have been bored.
And the cops have been bored too.
Yes.
They're used to a routine of beating niggas in the head. That's come out, get out, boom, move out, boom, here's a ticket, boom, where's your license, right? They used to doing that. So for 2-3 months, they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right? You're sitting in the house, antsy, ready to get out to your cookouts, shit, and Instagram parties. So everybody is antsy. Then, right? They released the video of Ahmaud, right?
Yes.
Niggas, oh, that's fucked up. Then they released the video of Breonna Taylor.
They didn't release the video.
Well, not the video, but you heard the story. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. That's fucked up. Then you heard the Sean Reed piece. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was a little crazy, right? And then this shit, right? At the same time that you are, being released into the streets, it's going to lead to chaos. It is a gumbo, the perfect gumbo to start some shit, right?
Yikes.
Just like I told you, Obama was in preparation of what you see. This is all Obama's fault.
Ooh, he came out with a statement, and I don't know if this is really anonymous.
Right. Now we'll talk about them. I don't mean literally Obama.
Yeah.
But when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, right? A black man was the president? Oh, no. This country is going to hell. The threat, as I always say, of a white woman becoming president. So we need to put a stop hold to that. So we bring Trump in, and Trump brings the underbelly of pure racism to the surface. It's no longer covert. It's overt. Right? And then within this, Now there's a faction that's got to get Trump out because he's draining the swamp, right? And in doing that, this is all deep state shit. This anonymous, I heard they got arrested in 2013. So I don't know if this is anonymous.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, how can you like?
How do you know?
How do you know? Yeah.
How do you know?
Because like they said that they were releasing. Well, you saw those pictures of Trump. I've seen those before. So
I've seen those pictures of Trump. That didn't make me go, ooh.
Yeah, I've seen those before. So.
Show me the
Yeah.
Show me those.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. So I didn't see nothing in those Trump pictures that I didn't already see. But we already said he's been rolling with Epstein.
Yeah.
His hands is just as dirty as theirs.
Yeah.
Right? So you shouldn't put your interest in any white president to do anything for you anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know if this is anonymous. I don't know if QAnon or the QAnon crew is real. I tell everybody, take all of that stuff sort of at face value.
Yeah.
So if there's some information that you can cross-reference with some other information, because, see, we have a tendency to think it's just falsehood. No, it's truthhood mixed with falsehood. It's misinformation with disinformation, with real information, all mixed together to confuse you even more. Right?
Yeah.
So that's all happening in real time. So let's not get caught into it because anonymous, how would you know?
Yeah, like they got a Twitter account. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Now we are back. This is the perfect time for us to return. And we will drop information on Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in the midst of chaos, with everything else going on, it's something to latch on to. Yes?
Yeah.
Want to take a commercial?
Let's take a quick commercial. We'll be back.
Quick commercial.
Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of Wheel of Fortune, sponsored by Urban X TV. We're back here with the Black Dot from the conscious community. Is that conscious community?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Malcolm. Yeah, Hotep, Notep, the black man is God and the white man's the devil. I'm ready to win this money.
Okay, whatever that is. Okay, the puzzle for today is people who annoy you. Black Dot is on you.
Come on, big money, big money, big money, big money. Yeah, I like to buy a vowel, E and Y.
Okay, Black Dot, you have 30 seconds to solve the puzzle on the screen.
Oh, I think I know this one. People who annoy me. This is easy. I think I got this.
20 seconds, Black Dot.
Ooh, I'm not sure I really want to say it. Might piss a few people off.
10 seconds, Black Dot.
I like to solve the puzzle. Naggers.
Let's check.
No.
The answer, Black Dot, was niggas. The answer is always niggas.
Shucks.
But don't worry, Black Dot. You walk away right now with a Shop Urban X gift card.
Yeah.
Get yourself some of these, new threads.
Yes. Not going home empty-handed. Hotep, no tap.
We're back. Oh, jeez.
Bowser's back too.
Jeez.
So I'm hearing they want to hear a new skit.
Oh,
see a new skit.
we got something for y'all. We got something for y'all.
I'm getting my Spike Lee on now, baby. Don't worry, we cooking it up.
Save me.
It's gonna be an epic one.
Save me, man.
It's going to
'cause he
be
just-
epic. Facts. So we're having fun as usual. So I'm realizing that the curfew is 11 o'clock in New York. So that's why you was like,
I'm like,
we gotta get out of here. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
I was just like,
Makes sense.
I'm not trying to be face down on the ground.
Like this. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Got a baby coming.
Facts. Don't worry, I will tell young man what a warrior you were. And I'll even make up shit. Like, he shot 9 cops. Really, Grandpa? 9 of them. And then finally, they took him down.
I'm with that.
Yeah, I'm deaf. Come on, I ain't gonna leave you out there like that.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, Pops was a little bitch ass nigga. Just put his face in the ground, and that was it. We never saw him again. I'm not gonna do that to you.
Thank you.
Definitely
I appreciate
not
that.
to you.
Do we have questions?
Let's get some questions, man, out here on a Monday.
Tell a
ghetto Cosby story soon.
They gotta come. They gotta come naturally.
Yeah, they gotta. Because what happens is the ghetto Cosby stories are triggered by either something that we're talking about, and I go, yeah, that happened to me, and yeah. I missed the hip hop commercial. Yeah, we got some stuff coming. This next one, like I said, is going to require, scenes, and I'm taking it to the next level.
What else we got? George Floyd's GoFundMe is over 8 million. Oh, that's another thing. We gotta be careful about these donation, like these organizations who said that they're collecting money.
Yes,
for these. Because it was one company, it was one organization. I clicked on it. I forgot the name, but if you click on like the board, all white people.
Yeah, so you got to be very careful.
And again, it's nothing wrong with white people, but
yeah,
with these issues,
MNIW, thank you for your support.
I don't want you near anything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So let's be careful with that. Somebody asked me something in the chat, a second ago. Is there running for vice president?
Yes, somebody said.
Oh, that was connected too. Wasn't she gonna be the vice president from Minnesota?
Klobuchar. Yes.
Right. See, that was the clue too.
Yeah.
See, we missed that clue earlier in the week.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? When Biden told her to, get her shit together, get vetted. Why did he pick somebody from Minnesota? Minnesota was the target spot.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta watch how all of this stuff, when you start putting the pieces together. Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody said Cuomo's gonna be president. I don't think so. I think I think
he will be eventually.
Listen, I have a really, really out there take.
Let's
really out there.
Shoulder,
you know what I'm saying?
Coming out. All right.
Trump might be the last president we have. Just projection wise, if the things go worse, because they've been getting worse.
Yes.
If the things get worse,
now
I don't see how we can have a regular election.
Now, Malcolm, I don't want to throw you under the bus, but I think I said that about a month ago.
Yeah.
So you're not really throwing your shoulder out; you're throwing my shoulder out.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just saying.
I said I don't think there'll be an election in November. So if you're saying the same thing, then okay, yeah. I agree with that. I don't think there will be an election. How can you put the toothpaste back in the tube between now and November? Where's the Democratic convention, the Republican convention?
Facts.
In the midst of all of this chaos?
Yeah.
Who's going to go to that when it's outside could be pure chaos?
Facts.
How? So do not be surprised if, you know what I mean? This is what you see. Somebody asked me, where's the FOI? I'm not sure. I haven't seen them out on the streets. I'm pretty sure they have directions where they're probably waiting for the real ish to pop off. I'm assuming. I really don't know. You got to contact some of the FOI crew.
Somebody said, did y'all hear about, Jason Whitlock his contract didn't get renewed, so he basically got fired.
Yeah, he basically got fired.
That's dope.
But I think that's going to work in his favor because he's a hated individual. He can start his own podcast.
Nah, I don't think
people like hated individuals.
Well, he would need somebody else. You get what I'm saying?
Well, he's got to have somebody else with him.
Yeah, because just like a podcast with him alone, like nobody.
No, but somebody who's not a hater.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it would create the perfect dynamic. So I think he'll be fine. Not that I give a shit about his life, but I'm just simply saying.
Yeah.
You did a show, an interview with Daddy O. He said Coogee Rap brought gangster rap to New York. You remember that? Yes. I believe actually Coolio from Philly did more gangster rap. But our staple of gangster rap was Coogee Rap. I believe the first one who articulated it in such a way. Yes. Shout out to Daddy O who's doing the Self-Destruction 2 movement.
Since we talked about celebrities who just didn't care, John Boyega, the guy who on Star Wars, who plays Finn in Star Wars.
Yes, he went off.
Yeah, I was shocked.
He went off.
And when you work for Disney,
yeah, you usually don't take it there.
Yeah, you don't talk like that.
Yeah, he definitely went off. He went off. Yeah,
that's what's up.
Apparently, Siobhan pops up in Sandy Hook and other major incidents. His pops, really? All right, there's a lot of crisis actors going on. Is this all just a setup for the one world government? Yes, I would not be surprised because all of these things have to happen, Dustin. You know what I'm saying? And they have to happen systematically for it to appear that it was the natural progression or degression of government as you know it. And when you get this new government, it's going to be the government they wanted all along. Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution. You tear down this government, you tear down this wall, and behind it is another wall that they had already put in place. And you go, yeah, this is what it's all about. And because you're in a perpetual slave situation.
Defunding the police the answer?
No, it's not the answer, but it's the answer to give citizens, black citizens, the feeling that they have, overcome the one thing, the police state.
Yeah.
You're never going to overcome the police state because the police state is just going digital.
Yeah.
This is the new police state right here in my hand, right? So they know, and all that 5G, that they don't need physical police officers as much as they used to, right? So they got the phone. They can already zap you with the coronavirus. That's what they've been doing, is zapping niggas, you know what I'm saying? Fucking up, So the new police state is going to be digital, just like everything else is going to. They're already watching you, right? There is no secrecy. Right, yeah. So unless you've been living under a rock, and unless you one of the old school dudes who keep aluminum on your head, cover up all the TVs, and you ain't got no devices on you. Other than that, you're on the grid. So let's not be foolish with this, right?
And it's weird too because I was just talking to my friends that in the military, right, you can be getting fired on, and you have to still get permission to fire back. It's protocol.
That's protocol.
In the police, they get
just fire.
Way less training, and they can just fire when they feel threatened.
And when they feel threatened, they just fire on you. Wow,
it's ill.
It's some ill shit. It is. Because you're right, in the military, you need permission.
Yeah, you can't just
be firing on people.
Shout out to Terry. Thank you for the donation, man. Thank you.
Can you, Black Dot? Can you do a show in Malcolm on entrepreneurship? Yes.
Oh, facts.
Yes, we can. We're trying to put together a couple of programs. Dick Gregory also stated that Hillary would win and not Trump. Since that didn't happen, I guess he has to say Trump would be the last president. I'm waiting to, perhaps. I just don't know, again, just using common sense, how we get to a point in 4 months from now.
You know how scary that would be?
That we're civilized and can go in and vote.
You know how scary that would be if, at the drop of a dime, they could just change the temperament of everybody. You know how... That'd be creepy.
Give me an example. What do you mean?
I'm saying, right now, everybody's riled up, and then...
Boom, now everybody's back to normal.
Back to normal. We just, no protests.
Dude, they do it all the time.
No protests. We all in Republicans versus Democrats again.
Watch.
That'd be crazy. That'd be more creepy than anything. I think that'd be, just...
Look, they got you riled up thinking you fighting for freedom right now. They had you in mask on in your house, talking about you gonna catch a disease.
Facts, yeah.
They told you that shit. Yeah, niggas is like, yo, son, son.
NBA about to come back.
You're not NBA gonna come back. How?
Yep.
How they gonna do that? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they gonna try to put the shit back on the rails and ride it down.
Because people were asking us about the Rush Limbaugh Breakfast Club thing. I can only watch 10 minutes. I can only listen to 10 minutes.
I don't even know why they would have Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
On the Breakfast Club. I have no idea what that's about.
Yeah.
That's one of the most racist dudes America's ever seen. And he makes no qualms about that.
Yeah, I didn't.
And you're going to bring him up there to get his take? Bring me up there. Fuck. And I hate Charlemagne.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
You know what I mean? Bring me up there. And I'll tell him to his face. Listen, dude, I don't really rock with you like that. And because you have nothing I want, I can tell you to go eat a dick. Excuse my French. Mm-hmm. Right? And I've seen a lot of prominent people go up there, and this is what I mean. You go, what's your purpose of going to the Breakfast Club, and you know Charlemagne is a piece of shit?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
But you up there because you trying to do your numbers. Let's keep it a buck. You up there in spite of Charlemagne being a piece of shit. I'm going to come up here to speak to the people. Okay, I get it. If that's your thing, that's not my thing. It's not my thing in any shape, form, or fashion. I told you I will shovel elephant shit at the circus to feed my grandbabies than to play myself in that capacity. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Thank you, Harold Wilson. Let's be real. If I'm not the only person that sees the police are more like the military, did we see the cops' facial expressions while taking George? Yeah, I did. It was like nothing.
Yeah.
This is a piece of cake. But again, they know each other, so I don't know if that was a hit. And that ambulance pulled up to cover this up and keep this moving, and somebody filmed it or appeared to film it, or that piece was staged because I saw it from across the street. I ain't see nobody on the sidewalk on the other side, but that could just be me.
Right.
I was doing edibles. I don't know, where that was going. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
all of it is relevant. All of it is relevant.
Did Jason Whitlock technically they just didn't renew his contract on FS1, Jason Whitlock. So.
Yep.
So with that being said, guys, is there anything else before we get up out of here? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this. If you're listening to us in your car right now,
What's
Apple
my beef
Podcast.
with Charlamagne the God? Are you serious?
Oh,
Are you serious? Next episode. Next episode, I'll really delve. I don't have any personal beef because I don't know him.
Right.
But anybody who's going to sniff farts out of somebody's ass and really go up there and really show a level of disrespect for our black women and for himself and for the culture, just to be a coon on TV for a Jewish radio station, I have a problem with that. Since you asked.
Well said.
Okay? So, and that's the tip of the iceberg. But I don't know him personally, so what he does, what he eat doesn't make me shit. But I wouldn't go on his show for the sake of going on his show knowing I don't rock with him. If I don't rock with you, I don't rock with you. Period. And I don't, like I said, he has nothing I want. None of these dudes have anything I want. So I don't have to kiss none of their ass. I'm cool with the people in my chat room as long as y'all keep supporting me. We rock out.
Facts.
Until Disney cuts that check. Disney give me that $1 million check. I'll be up here nice and polite and tell everybody I love them. Y'all be like, look at this nigga, just sold us out. And I'll be like, yes, welcome to the Urban X experience. We are here to give you play some more of the meditation music. Our show has changed now. This is brought to you by Disney.
That's funny.
Pampa, you sold out.
What do you think about this this blackout that T.I.'s trying to?
It's a 1-day blackout.
Yeah.
I still say my methods of boycotting is much better.
Okay.
Forget 1 day. Let's do 90 days of one company. And it can go into rappers too. So if we don't like T.I., just don't buy or mention or tweet anything about T.I. for 90 days. So this is not subjected to corporations because the rappers are corporations within themselves now. Yeah. So I think my method is better. But
he called Atlanta Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Oh my
he
God.
Literally
with a straight face.
With a straight face.
And walked off like he said something.
Like he said something deep. Well, that's the police, So,
True.
Let's keep it a buck.
All right, guys.
We are out of here. Catch us on
Wednesday with the HULC episode.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I got to put them questions out there. Yes.
And then Thursday, we'll be back at you again with another episode of the Urban X podcast.
And I'm making a slight prediction. I think between now and Thursday, either Trump's going to say something or somebody going to do something crazy, which is going to be the topic of the story. I could be wrong.
Boy.
I'm throwing my shoulder out there now. It's the perfect temperament for it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They can't continue to let this go much longer.
Yeah.
Something has to give. We'll see if that Thursday presents that opportunity for us to talk about it.
So, like I said, before you leave, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe.
Yeah, we almost up to 1,000 likes.
Share, tell a friend to tell a friend. What else we got? Oh, don't forget to visit shopurbανx.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the blog at urbanx.nyc. It's in the description below.
Yes.
All right. With that being said, I'm Malcolm. This is the Black Dot. We are Urban X. Peace.
Peace. We out here.